So sorry about that. I had to, yeah. They where they end up fighting a little more than. Anyways, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So now, the ways to make money with music, part two. Sorry for it being a part two. Things happened, but it's okay. There was a lot of information in that video that I wanted to keep, so that's why it's part one. But yeah, part two, getting back to it, steps on how to make money with music. So obviously we went over perhaps having to either go with the crowd a little bit with your brand, and I obviously went over how I'm kind of preaching this, but I'm not necessarily going the same route. And I explained why. I did explain why. But these are good tips to understand in music. If you're going to get into the music industry, you might as well know what's going on or how to make money for it as just a normal everyday person, honestly. I have a couple of friends who just make random TikToks. They're quite good looking individuals of both sexes, and they can make money from just doing everyday things, kind of. But they know how to use it. Like, they know what trends are going on, or they know what their audience that's on their TikTok already like. And that's, I mean, playing to your audience ain't a bad trick at all. In fact, I would say that's one of the great handiworks of an early stage of an entrepreneur act. Sorry for the ums. So yeah, there's several tricks in the music industry or making money that can transfer from other, I would say, professions, I suppose, or trades, whatever you want to call it. If you have any type of salesman kind of experience at all, you're already at least halfway there to selling the music. Next, you got to get your entertainment kind of aspect to yourself. You got to get out there and learn how to actually perform in front of people. Unless you're just trying to make money from it, you don't even have to perform these days to make money from music. You just make a video, and that's insane, but it's awesome at the same time. It's absolutely killer for the gamers and people that just kind of want to stay home, very introvert, not very social individuals. It's an awesome society that we live in for them, for sure. I'm very social, and I love to interact with, I love community, guys. I love to sit down with someone, especially a person at like rock bottom. To sit down to someone and just smoke with them at rock bottom and talk to them about life. That is peak humanity. And I think understanding peak humanity moments like that is huge in entrepreneur and business, but it's also something that I feel like a lot of businesses have gone away from because they've gone towards more mass production for mass sales rather than trying to get to the heart of humanity and selling by heart, not by sales pitch. And I mean, I get it. They look at numbers, they don't look at people. I want to look at people, but that's a whole different thing. If you want to make money here, you're probably not trying to think human. You're trying to think money as well. And that's the two things I want you to be able to understand when in this industry. You're going to have these two choices. You're going to have the choice that's not going to make a lot of money, but build your fan base kind of thing. And then you're going to have the situations where you're going to be able to make a lot of money. These two are going to come up, and a roads diverge, always kind of come up in life quite often, I would say. But let's stick with this for a moment to kind of. So, if you built a brand, right? So you got your brand, you got what type of music you can dance to, right? Got those two mixed together, you're gonna have a fan base right there. those two combinations as long as you do it right. And I mean, there's no one shot kind of opportunity. You have as many as you're willing to take. Like, how many, like, any type of, like, dream, any type of high up dream is all dependent on how many times you can get turned down. And that's what people's really got to understand. And that's what American Idol kind of eye-opened for me, is watching all these people in line just get rejected right then and there. So many people got shot. So many talented people got shot down. And that's what I want to kind of, and I'll tell that whole story. I'm gonna sit down and tell the American Idol story one of these days, I promise. But what I want to take from what I've learned from all my crazy experiences and my outgoing dream experiences and just all my wacky shenanigans is that it's okay to hear a no, like for your dreams. It's completely okay. You're not going, like, for one, I feel like you should kind of want to hear that. If you certainly don't think you're perfect, and you're kind of second guessing your own level of skill, most likely other people will too. Now, that's not to say always, because an artist always hates their own work, usually. If they don't, they're just most likely just really arrogant or full of themselves. Sorry, people, to shatter that realistic expectation, but it's just true, okay? You can always be better. Always be better. So, with that in mind, I think it's absolutely insane how we don't also have to try that hard. Because in my first step of how to make money, you can just do TikTok videos of dances. I mean, simple enough, just dancing to the trends is, I call that chasing the bandwagon. That's what me and my friends call it, kind of, or chasing the cloud, I guess, I suppose, whatever you want to call it, I suppose, or the trends of the day. But follow the leader, all these phrases for it, but all the same, it's doing what everyone else is doing because it's popular. But it's gonna get, I mean, if you're getting the fucking numbers, if you do it better than everybody else, you get money. You do. You get a lot. I mean, you can get a fucking shit ton of money. That's what the girls on Dancing with the Stars were literally telling people, like, hey, one day I just woke up. Hell, this one girl got out of bed right after giving birth and did a viral video, and just, it got huge. Like, sorry. But yeah, it's absolutely just insane how we can not have to do so little. I'm not saying that's so little. Like, that woman just giving birth and then getting out and dancing that dance. Fucking applause. Great job. Good for you, girl. Good for you. And, like, what a freaking strong woman that is there. Sorry. Screw Kelly Guy. That's a Wonder Woman right there. So, anyways. So, my point here, though, is extraordinary ways of doing the same thing everyone else is doing. That is the first step to making money with music. All right? Do the same thing everyone else is doing, but do it your way. Your way might be better than everyone else's way. And even if it's not, it's different than everyone else's, so it'll at least stand out. And standing out when you're doing the same thing everyone else in the crowd's doing is the only way to really get attention, you know? And now, if we're going to discuss this, I do want to talk a little bit about why a lot of people have a bad sense of this. There are a lot of people, a lot of loud individuals that will come into the music industry in very low points in the music industry and never rise up because all they are is loud and not home, not talented, or not fun. If you're not one of those three, I don't see you really making it too much into this business unless you know somebody. If you know somebody, then fuck. If you might be able to be you might be the shittiest artist, but if you know somebody, you can fucking do something. I'm sure. I mean, hell, if you just know somebody that's a good producer and you just say a couple of fucking things, I mean, you can even just mumble. I mean, mumble rap was a thing, guys. Mumble rap was a popular thing. So, I mean, you can make money with music without having to try too hard. You really can. You just gotta. I mean, I don't know what artist that like. I don't know what audience that was really supposed to be going towards, but man, it just. I don't know if it was because everybody that was. I don't want to make. I don't want to presume. I don't want to presume. It's not. It's not. Anyways, wild times growing up, y'all. So yeah. And if you don't understand a type of genre of music that comes out, research it, listen to it. That's another thing. Don't limit yourself because of your taste of music in the music industry. That's not, if you're in it to get money, you're just failing yourself. Like if you're in it to get money but also have a passion for it, then yeah, just don't, obviously don't play. But like, if you're in music period, I feel like you should give every genre at least a try. I enjoy every type of music because I mean, I'm very passionate and I love music. That's my thing about it. I really have like huge ambitions on learning more instruments than I already have, and I've learned quite a bit. But I mean, I always stick to the philosophy. I can always better myself and my goals, and I mean, I have so much to go, like, still do in order to reach the dreams that I do. So, like, yeah, it's a never-ending process for me for sure. And I think if you shoot high expectations, you're gonna reach at least better expectations than most people that shoot low. Higher you reach, you're still gonna on your way. If you don't reach that particular step, you're still stepping higher than most. I mean. So that's what it comes down to, and I know that I'm sorry. I keep I'm talking about the music industry, and I gotta keep. So again, there's levels to it, and there's several different categories of the levels as well. And I promised that I would get further into the details of that in these videos. So I guess I best do that. So I would say the lowest point in music you can be is just not making any funds from it at all. Just I wouldn't say the practice phase, because I don't know if I would say practice phase is even being a musician yet. That's more of practicing to become a musician. I don't know. That's kind of a blurry subject. I would love for the comments to have that conversation with people, for sure. But as far as it goes, I would definitely say the lowest of the levels is just your local artist that's maybe playing locally, not really even getting money online or anything. Just trying to get their name first. I guess that would be the lowest. Is if you're not, you're brand spanking new, you maybe grew up writing some song, or hey, you could be brand spanking new, just started a band. You could be. I mean, hell, I'm addressing everybody here, so you could be a teenager just in middle school, high school, starting your band for the first time. That's freaking sweet. That would definitely be a start too. So see, there's all different starts in music, and you could even be freaking 50 years old and just starting your music career, your musical journey. It's so amazing how it can happen anytime, anywhere, just randomly. I have a passion and love for music, so I don't want to be this or that. I actually want to do this now. I mean, it just, and that's okay. I think the biggest part of art is to teach and show. And I think the best thing that any music can teach anybody, or any great crazy profession, like especially professional stories. Like one that jumps to my mind immediately is Conor McGregor being, I think he was a plumber or something of that nature. You know, one of those kind of jobs, and then he became a freaking UFC freaking superstar, right? So like rags to riches right there kind of story. You can you can start low, y'all. You can start anywhere. I'm not saying that him being a plumber is starting low by any means, but you can start anywhere and make it anywhere, and that's the beauty of being a human being in total. And I know I'm just getting a little off course here, but I have to nail that in for y'all that's just starting. You can do this, okay? And hopefully this video helps teach you how you can make money doing this. So yes, so the first step is just dancing to other people's music or doing crazy instances that other people are already doing to stand out in your own way. That's the first step. The second step is going to obviously be, now I know I'm kind of switching back from that in the levels, and you'll see why, because it'll correlate, I promise. So the next step to making money with music easily, best course of action here for you is to, as I said before, just like Sabrina Carpenter, write your own music that's going to connect with your generation, with either your generation, your fan base. If you built one, if you haven't built one, the fan base that you want, you know how you're gonna want to make your albums, right? I hope you do. If you don't, maybe you want to sit down and do that. I think I need to, if I haven't discussed that in the video, I need to definitely add that. Have future prepped beforehand. Sorry for the ums. So that's the first step for this, is knowing where you are wanting to go, right? Because if you don't know that, it's going to be a little tricky from this point anyways. Now, that's not to say your genre necessarily, because you can make an album with multiple genres in that album. Like it's all you, man. You're creating the art piece here. You can do whatever you want with it. If you want to keep as conventional and as bare to the book as you want, you can do that. But you can also go crazy with it, and that's what I also want to teach about here is, just because you know music theory, don't mean you have to go off in music theory. Alright? In fact, you can rebel against music theory with knowing what you know with music theory. Now, that's not to say throw away the circle of fifths or anything, by all means. In fact, we'll get to that in probably next lesson after learning how to make money. But I gotta say, the most important part of this, of just like writing for your generation or getting to know your fan base that you're creating your music for, if you're creating for a fan base. If you're trying to shoot for everybody, like if you're trying to go for pop music, then you're probably just going to want to learn how that is created, what people are doing to get as much hits as possible. A good bit of them, unfortunately, you're out of league of, because they probably have some pretty professional writers, so that's kind of hard for you there. But I mean, if you get in and you just learn how to work the music production side of things, get in there and learn how to use a DAW. I mean, hell, you're gonna be up top notch of most musicians if you already know how to use a DAW, because not a lot of them, I mean, more now, obviously, more now do, but I mean, you're still gonna see some local musicians at like a bar and stuff that you talk about working a digitally audio workstation, they're gonna be like, why are you playing with DAWs? So yeah, you'll get that. but yeah, I would say if you make something that someone can dance to, that's gonna go a long way for sure. Um, I hate to say that that's a particular step. Is just make something that people can dance to, because like there's plenty of music that people listen to that is too fast to actually necessarily dance to. That I feel like you can dance to about anything. I mean, I can listen to fucking speed metal. I can fucking bang my head all day long. So I don't get the whole not being able to dance to thing. I guess particular dance moves, and I mean I do get the structure of dancing, and I get the genres of dancing. I mean I've mentioned in my previous video Dance with the Stars. So I mean I think I did that in this video too, with the woman with the doing the TikTok dance right after giving birth. But anyways, the main thing here, though, is if you can make a song that people can make a video to, that's the fundamental thing for this particular step. And this is, I would say, a brand new step in the music industry that wasn't like before. Like, it's been like awesome music videos, like actual official music videos, have probably been replaced by just being able to have TikTok dances too. I would definitely say that is the thing here. Because, I mean, half the time if you go to YouTube and listen to a song, you don't want to listen to an official music video unless it just plays just the song, you know? If it has a phenomenal video, maybe. But, I mean, even then, they'll watch it maybe a couple of times, and then they'll find a video that just has the lyrics and just listen to that, or just listen to it on Spotify, you know? Like, that's just how people do music these days, or download it on their phone and just listen to it through that, right? So, that actually kind of brings me to another step: is get your music, get your music online. That's like, if you have music, if you've created it, get it online. Just get it out there. Shove that shit in everybody's face, because everybody needs to see it. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you're an entertainer of any type, you gotta be a little pushy. When starting out, you gotta kind of shove it down people's throat a little bit, because you're not gonna get out there otherwise. Don't be ridiculous about it. Don't literally shove it down people's throat, but you know what I mean. Like, actually post a little more than you naturally comfortable, unless you post a lot. Maybe I'm talking for just myself here. I don't know. I don't naturally post a lot online, but I mean, whenever I'm promoting my show, I have to. So, whenever you're promoting your music, you have to. You're your kind of own entrepreneur here, and that's what you need to get down. And that's actually what I'm going to get into next. Is you are an entrepreneur. You are your own product. You're gonna sell as much as you put effort into selling. Okay, I've actually owned my own personal entrepreneur business, kind of, sort of. It's hold that thought just real fast. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. The door was not all the way closed. Can't have the front door wide open. Anyhow, so yes, stuff. I would say, yeah, I would definitely say that what the next step for all of that, all of the music, all of your brand, everything comes down to your work too, as an entrepreneur.